Here's a question from J.R. White. He said, Steve, when you wrestled back in the day, did your parents ever come to your matches to see you perform? If so, how did that feel? Dude, I think my mom and dad might have came to one or two of my matches in my entire career. And not because they didn't support me. They absolutely love me, and they're the greatest parents in the world. But wrestling just really wasn't their thing. And my younger brother, Kevin, when I first got into business, he came to the Dallas Sportatorium. He came over to Tyler to the Oil Palace. He came to Beaumont. Everywhere where he could get to, man. If we were in Texas, my brother was there. I'll never forget, we were working at the Houston Summit, and that's the place where Joel Osteen preaches out of these days. But back then, Houston Summit seated about 18,000 people. And my mom and dad came to Houston to watch me wrestle that night. And we were sold out. We were sold out damn near. Well, not damn near. We were sold out every single night of the week that we worked. And Houston, Texas was no different. And that was basically my stomping grounds. It's exactly 100-mile drive from Edna, Texas to Houston, Texas. My mom and dad went to that show, and I was working on top that night with the one and only Mick Foley. Turns out I had a staph infection. I got really, really sick, and I went directly after finishing the hospital to the Houston Hospital, Herman Hospital, and I remained there for 3 or 4 days fighting that staph infection in my elbow. And went the next weekend, well, that Sunday, to wherever we did that first blood match where I had with Kane, as a matter of fact, me and Kane in the first blood match, and we were the main event. And the match that was before us was the actual main event as far as the attraction and as far as the way these guys nailed it. That was the famous Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker and Mick Foley. And holy smokes, what a match to try to follow. You can't follow a match like that. Both guys were on fire in the business. They just told a hell of a story. The carnage was devastating. Anyway, long story short, to go back to answer your question, that was really the one time, I think they might have came to, no, I don't think they ever came to Austin. But I just remember going to Houston. My mom was concerned because I was going to the hospital. But I had the greatest parents in the world, and they always supported every single thing I did in my life, but especially in my sporting career and in my business life. So, but that wrestling just wasn't their thing, and it meant a lot to me that they went to Houston.